Welcome back to the 12th and final war of Season 3. For Loki, we're currently rank 8 in the Masters bracket, and we're taking on Bray, Battle Realm Assassins Elite. I'm taking in Stark Spidey, Void, and Blade. Blade is just there for the synergy that he has with Stark Spidey to give him 3 poise charges at the start of the fight. And I'm using Stark Spidey on this first node here, Enhanced Special 1, Limber, and Aggression Fury. I like using Stark Spidey on this node because I do want to end the fight as quick as can be, and sometimes when using Void, you know, the start of the fight is pretty slow, you gotta build up some debuffs. Once you have some debuffs on the enemy, then yeah, it's a pretty quick fight, but Stark Spidey, if you have that Blade synergy, he can just go right off the bat. Now, I still do try to build up a couple poise charges. I think I only get the one there before going in. Really don't want Gladiator Hulk here, or whoever I'm fighting on this node, to build up any serious amount of those Furies, because, yeah, they start to hit like a truck. Now, I make a little bit of a mistake coming up here, where I had an opportunity to go in on that special one, and I didn't. I hesitated. I was looking around for the buff to make sure that I was okay to go in, and by the time I kind of checked and made sure that I was safe, I would have gotten parried if I dashed in, so I was like, alright, well, let's just hold back on this one. Finish the fight out quick enough anyway, regardless. Alright, next fight up, we've got the Bane Stun Immune node, and this is actually going to be Red Skull, my first and only time fighting Red Skull of the entire season. This is a champion that came out midway through the season, or kind of early on in the season, I believe. So yeah, this is actually my first time getting a chance to fight him. My Bane transfer here is not exactly perfect. Let's try my best to get that Bane off of me while still being able to bait out a special one. And Red Skull, he just does not want to throw the special one at all. So bait out another heavy attack, get the Bane transferred on him once again. At this point, I'm like, alright, I don't really care what special you're throwing at me. Your health is ticking down so quickly that, yeah, you're just gonna die regardless. So get a little bit unlucky with the debuffs. I couldn't get a third unique debuff to get that extra degen damage, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I end the fight with enough health. You know, I'm missing one potion worth of health, but that's not too bad. Alright, I still have my invulnerability boost on. Didn't really talk about that, but I just popped that just because I can carry it through the first 3 fights. And I've got a couple of extra invulnerability boosts laying around, so yeah, I might as well use it. This beast on node 24 here kind of faked me out. I thought it was going to be Cable again. Used to seeing Cable on this node, did not expect it to be Beast, but it's no problem. There's only one thing that I want to point out, which is right here. I was attacking into him while he was blocking, and I don't know, I guess I was tapping too slowly, or not really tapping too slowly because I was tapping my normal speed. It's just maybe the timing of the taps wasn't registering or something like that. I don't know what the deal was, but my attacks came through too slowly while he was blocking, and as a result, he was able to kind of back away while I was attacking to his block, and he slapped me around a little bit. That really messed me up as I was fighting this guy. I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, how did he just do that? Is he MODOK or something like that? Because MODOK can actually do that, but I haven't seen that from any other champion. But yeah, on the playback, it's pretty clear that the attacks were coming in slow, but you know, like I said, I think I was tapping my normal speed, so I don't know what happened. It doesn't really matter. It's just Beast, so he's going to go down momentarily here. And, yep, he goes down. So the invulnerability boost, at least it didn't go to total waste. It saved me a little bit of HP here because of those couple of extra hits. So that's fine. Alright, next fight we have Hyperion. Hyperion on the Buffet mini-boss node. And this fight, you know, can get a little bit sketchy from time to time. A little bit worried about this fight. Gonna go ahead and pop a couple potions to heal myself up. Gonna use some level 2 Alliance potions. I thought about the level 3, but I'm thinking, you know what? We have Halls of Healing active right now. Let me just go ahead and burn a couple of these level 2 health potions, because I'm just gonna get them right back anyway. And I'm close enough to being topped off at this point. And we're gonna go ahead and pop an advanced power boost. And my thinking behind this is that, you know, is a toss-up between the advanced power boost and the invulnerability. And I'm thinking, you know, I really just want to get a petrified debuff on this guy as quickly as I possibly can. Now, if I can't get a petrified debuff, then, you know, I'm going to eat a special 3, and that's where the invulnerability would come in. Check it out. First debuff, I get 1 Petrify, so that's pretty amazing. Good luck on the debuffs there for a change. And actually, the next debuff I'm going to apply, I believe, is Petrify as well, which will completely shut down his power gain. Yep, there we go. But yeah, the idea was, you know, I'm going to be reducing his damage enough just by these debuffs that I'm applying to him that I can tank a special 3 if he gets there. I'd really like him to not get there at all, though, by using the Power Start 1 boost. Because when he throws a special, you know, you're pretty close against the wall. Your back is up against the wall, and it can sometimes be hard to fight out of that. So I figured if I can just avoid that with the Power Start 1, I'll do that. And if I can't avoid the L3, if I get bad luck on the Petrified debuffs, and he won't throw specials, and he has power gain and all that, and I ate a special 3, I figured I would be able to survive it just because Void's very tanky. Plus I have Inequity and Resonate both maxed out, so the damage would be reduced by a pretty decent amount at least. Alright, Explosive Personality, Aggression Armor. It's a tech champion. It's a 6-star tech champion, so I know it's not... actually, I guess it could have been Infinity Man. I kind of forgot for a moment that he is a 6-star, but I was thinking it wasn't going to be, and it's not. It is Sentinel. Now, Sentinel, I'm not that good at fighting Sentinel just because I barely ever fight this guy. The only time I fight him really is in the arena. There are no Sentinels in Map 6, and for Loki, we only run Map 6. We don't do any Map 5, so I actually just kind of suck at fighting Sentinels. It's the type of champion that kind of needs some practice on. Now, Void can handle him fine enough, and my other champion, Medusa, my other favorite champion, Medusa, that I used last season, just shuts this guy down completely. So, yeah, there's like 2 more reasons why I never really needed to have any serious practice against Sentinel. But maybe if Kabam comes out with a new node next season or something like that, where, Void won't be a good counter to this guy or something like that, then maybe I'll actually have to learn how to fight this guy. But for now, I'm doing my best. I'm trying to not give him the analysis charges, but I get to a certain point here where, yeah, he's just gonna max out, and he's not awakened, so I could spam the special 1. I know if he's awakened, then I would be, not spamming special 1. I'd alternate between 1 and 2, but I get clipped by the special 1 here, and I was pretty sad that it caused heal block. I kind of forgot that it caused heal block. I'm like, oh, no big deal. I'll just get some willpower healing off of the armor break, but. Rip willpower healing. Anyway, he goes down, and moving on to the last 2 nodes, the last 2 fights of the season. Got a Cosmic Champion here on the Recovery Arc Overload node. And this Cosmic Champion, I could see that they're only rank 3, and my boosts have dropped off at this point, except for the Summon Appreciation boost that we have, so I figured that was good enough. I don't need to reapply a boost. And yeah, this is just a rank 3 Hela. Shouldn't be too big a deal. I'm gonna make a pretty big mistake here. Didn't evade the special 1, and then I still dash in anyway. I don't know what I was thinking. To be honest, I think these last 2 fights, I just kind of phoned it in. These last 2 fights get a little bit ugly. You'll see what I'm talking about, especially on the next one. I do some things that aren't quite right. The rest of this fight, I think, is fairly smooth. I just get the debuffs going. I know she's gonna go invulnerable before she dies since she's awakened. And yeah, just trying not to get hit by those special ones like I did on the first go. Hela, normally I'm pretty good at dodging the special 1. Just for some reason, I don't know. Every once in a while, you just miss the timing on those types of things, right? But I think it's good for the rest of the way. Gonna hit her with another special 1 here. Got Fear of the Void up. Got a couple more debuffs on her. That degen is ticking her down pretty nicely. And here goes the invulnerability, and she's gonna be down in just a moment. Throw another special 1 just to kind of run out the clock. Didn't need to actually throw it, but I didn't want her dashing at me or anything like that, so figured I might as well. Alright, moving on to the final mini-boss of the season, and it is King Groot. King Groot, 6-star King Groot, and I mean, at this point, I've fought King Groot so many times this season that I just have no fear of fighting this guy at all. I mean, I was already pretty comfortable before the season started fighting King Groots. Fought him a bunch of times last season too, and just regular questing and all that. But after learning about the armor break on the special one thing, I've got no fear about it. I mean, I almost timed out. This was like the second closest time to losing some kind of attack bonus this season is when I almost timed out against the King Groot on this node. I totally just messed up that special one. Like I said, kind of phoned it at this point. I don't know actually what happened there. I just bad timing on my part. I guess I was thinking about the strike back or something like that. I don't know. Can't even explain it, but go ahead and hit him with a special one here. He gets his special 2. I know I couldn't wait because I didn't want to time out, like I was saying before. I get clipped by the end of the special 2, get some poison on me. It doesn't really hurt that bad. I'm losing 165, but I'm gaining back 100 of that from willpower, so nothing to be worried about there. Holding my special 1 just because he's going to shrug it off. Oh, I'm actually going to, yep, there we go, get hit by the special 1 on purpose to trigger the armor break. Just because my health was getting a little bit low, so I figured, alright, let's just play it really safe and get that armor break on myself. This way I can continue to play aggressively here and not worry about losing any HP. And now at this point I've got 2 Petrify, so I don't have to worry about the power gain. It's going to go to Fear the Void in a second. Hoping to trigger Resonate and get that Fury off this guy as quickly as I can. And perfect, now I can get my regular timer debuff and special 1 off right here. I'm going to make another mistake coming up. I think it's on this next special where I actually get hit by the special again. This time was not on purpose. Oh, it wasn't that one. It must be this next special one coming up. Right here. Just dash in and yep. Alright, now I've got 2 armor breaks on myself. That's nice. King Groot, he's kind of a joke, guys. I mean, like I said, I almost timed out, so, you know, there is definitely a threat there of almost timing out against this guy, but, man, once I went through that experience one time, I feel like I could never die against the King Groot. But anyway, the fight was, as the fight was ending, I was hoping to get to a special 3 so I could have the final killing blow of Season 3 with Sentry. Sentry, add another one to his kill count. Sentry went undefeated this war season, never died while using Sentry. So yeah, he's the #1 attacker in the entire game for sure. But that is going to do it for this season. I'm actually recording the voiceover part of this video before I know the end result, so I'll put it on screen after the fact of who actually won this war. Either way, good war to you guys over in Bray, and it's been a great season. This is not the last video of the season. I will have a recap and rewards opening video next. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.